So, do you see yourself as an employee forever, or are you somebody who's ready to think like an entrepreneur? Because I want to talk about the difference between the entrepreneur mindset and the employee mindset. Mostly because I've had a few experiences where I'm dealing with other entrepreneurs and they're literally treating their own business as an employee. It's like they could care less that they didn't answer your email. They could care less that they didn't pick up your call. And that to me is like really shocking because you're not going to go far if you're really taking this laissez-faire approach to your business, sort of like how an employee might. Because employees are really task driven. They're driven by security of that paycheck coming in every week. And you almost fear failure. Like you don't want to fail as an employee because that's really bad. You might get fired, right? But as a business owner, failing is an opportunity to learn, and you're focused on growth rather than the security, because there's just no security in owning your own business. And from all these layoffs and everything that's been happening, there's really no security in being an employee either. And so that's why it's really beneficial to sort of have your hand in multiple baskets, or have multiple baskets and sources of income. So not saying that like every entrepreneur has to quit their job or not be an employee. It's just you have to separate those mindsets. Obviously, when I was like an employee, especially at that grocery store job, like I didn't give a damn how many units of whatever we sold. I didn't give a damn how many people came into the store. Matter of fact, I wanted it to be dead. I didn't want it, like, the less people that came in, the more beneficial it was for me. So, versus like if I was the business owner, if that was my store, I'd be focused on numbers every day. I'd be like, how many units of this did we sell this year versus last season? What items did well at Christmas last year? What can we bring in this year? You're just focused more on like numbers, data, growth. How do we increase those numbers? How do we increase profits? You're really looking for, depending on the business that you're running, you're looking for ways to grow the business. You're looking for ways to, again, just you're always like looking into the future. And I feel like employees, it's when I was an employee, the farthest I could think in the future was like to the weekend, and maybe to like when I was going to use my vacation days. Yeah. But taking that mindset to your own business, you really have to like wake up. I mean, you really have to be driven to grow, to overcome the slow seasons. Even if you have a business partner, I've had just experiences where your business partner might not be on board 100% with your vision. You know, uh, your business partner might have their own business ideas in mind that they want to explore, and they're just hanging out with you for a little bit, because it's one thing they could do, but it's not, their heart's not in it. And you see that a lot. So if you're the one that's really at the wheel, you're at the helm of the business, this is your brainchild, it's your baby, you really have to bring it your all. I mean, you have to be thinking about it 24/7. I don't want to miss a phone call. As an employee, I could care less. The phone could ring all day. I don't care. But as the business owner, I mean, you better answer that phone. You better answer those emails. You got to just wake up and bring everything to it. And the amount of people who I see who have experienced, who come to the table with a half-baked idea, they think if they stand in front of the room, talk about something, people are going to give them money. And it's not that easy. It's really not. You might get lucky once or twice, but you really need to operate, like, you need to know your business like the back of your hand. You need to be in it, like steeped in it. Don't be spreading yourself thin. So I also think as an entrepreneur, I'm not even just focused on my business, but I'm also focused on my health and my wellness, because if I'm not getting enough sleep, if I'm not eating well, if I'm not taking care of myself, that can then express itself through my business, you know? So I feel like as an entrepreneur, you really have to be like full compass, like all encompassing of your life, you know, your sleep, the way you eat, your mindset. If you're not eating enough or sleeping enough, your mindset's going to be negative. You're going to be crabby. You're not going to handle the phone calls. You're not going to handle your clients like the way you need to be. Handling them like at that level. So again, the entrepreneur mindset is bigger than just these little tasks you got to do to get through the day. And it's important to have those tasks, like to know what you need to do through the day. But again, you also need to be really focused on growth, focused on your next moves and growing that company, because there's not going to be a boss or manager who's going to catch you when you fall. As a business owner, if you fall, you have to pick yourself back up. Your employees aren't going to do it. Your business partner might not do it. Hell, even your wife, your girlfriend, they're not going to do it. They're not going to understand. Don't be dragging your wife into your business. She's probably not interested. Maybe she's good at paperwork or something, but again, she's not going to, like, your partner is not going to be the one to put out the fires, and they shouldn't. You know, it's not fair to them. So again, the reason I'm just talking about this is because I've experienced recently somebody who was running their own business, and they were just treating it like they were an employee at some other business. And that just, I was dumbfounded. How do you treat your own business like you're managing it from 1,000 feet in the air? Like you could care less that, you know, this stuff isn't working out. So that's just sort of what I had on my mind. I think, you know, if you're in that employee mindset and you're trying to transition into the entrepreneur mindset, it's not something that just happens overnight. It is a learning experience, is a learning curve, but I also think you need to have that drive, that fire inside you that you're going to make it work, that you're going to find a solution, you're going to find a way. That's enough, I think, to really get you out the door, but it's that consistency. It's knowing that you're going to fail. Some days you're going to lose money, and you're going to have to make some tough decisions. How to invest your capital, how to grow more business. So I have a few plans for 2025 for my business. I plan on speaking more at events. I plan on hosting some tables at real estate conventions. February 22nd, I believe. I'll post it probably in the video, and I'll be talking about it as it gets closer, but I'm going to be in New York City near Times Square doing a real estate expo, and I'll have a table set up there. So if you guys are in New York City, February 22nd, I think it is, come to the real estate expo. I think tickets are like $20, $25. So if you're actually like interested in real estate, it's going to be a really awesome expo. There's going to be a lot of people there speaking about just the real estate industry, sharing a lot of knowledge. Again, I'll have a table set up there for my home inspection business, so that's going to be cool. And I'm just looking for more opportunities like that to push myself out there. I'm going to invest in equipment and stuff that I need to have a nice table at a meetup, at a expo like that. Some other plans that I have for my business. I think more marketing. I think I haven't done enough marketing the last few years. So this year I have more I'm feeling more comfortable with social media, even like doing YouTube videos, doing Instagram posts and TikTok posts. When I first did it, it was really tough. Like I would spend way too much time overthinking the video, overthinking the content. Now I can just kind of whip out my phone, record like a 30-second video and just post it. And it kind of works, you know? Of course, it's like you get better at crafting it, you know? It's like when I know I have a video idea, I know I have an idea, and then that's when I put it out. But yeah, guys, it's not easy. Being an entrepreneur, getting out of that employee mindset's not easy. Sometimes I do miss those steady paychecks, especially right now around the holidays. It is slow. I had a really busy season up until about the middle of December. And then now the phone has stopped ringing. Understandable. People are not really going to be looking to move during the week of Christmas or even till after the New Year's. But from all these recent layoffs, it's not even like having a job is all that secure either. So I definitely think that having multiple sources of income and work is going to be really vital. Don't just rely on a job. If you have a skill set, if you know people, if you can make connections to even just do a little weekend jobs here and there, things you can fall back on for extra money, that's really great. Everybody should try to do that, because the amount of layoffs that's happening right now it's insane. It's actually pretty crazy. I feel like the real estate market, I'm hoping 2025 it picks up a little bit. I think obviously ever since the pandemic, the real estate market's been in a bit of a weird spot. But so, all right, guys, that's sort of what I've been dealing with, and I haven't recorded a video in a few days. It's like been too cold. Today it's like 20 degrees, but I figured I'd tough it out. But I'm getting cold, so I'm gonna go back inside. See you guys on the next one. Thanks for checking out the video where Sakina and I talked about dating experiences and just sort of advice for like men who, might be struggling with like confidence issues or just, dealing with anything with dating. So I thought it was really great to pick her brain about that. I will bring Leo back on. Again, it's just been a little too cold. I don't want to bring his little butt out here and freeze him. And what else? I just plan on doing more content this year, guys. So thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for checking me out. And I'll see you guys on the next one, all right? Brandon out.